Hello, Algebra 2. In this video, we are going to take a look at solving systems of equations with our last method, elimination. All right, definitely one of the easiest there is, I think, if the problem is set up to use elimination. Sometimes it can be a little harder to use, but you can always make it work if you really want to. It just takes a few extra steps. A quick reminder, don't forget that your homework is due tomorrow, and we are also doing a short quiz on Friday. All right, let's jump into this. I'm going to start with the new elimination problem over here, and then we're going to do our old examples, substitution and graphing, also with the elimination strategy, so you can see that it works under many circumstances. All right, so the whole basis of elimination is we are going to take these two equations, combine them, and turn them into one equation. And you can use either addition or subtraction. And what you want is you want one variable to eliminate. All right. How do we get one of these variables to eliminate? So right now, if I combine these, let's use addition for right now. All right, if I add these two equations together, the 3x and the x will eliminate a little bit and become a 2x. The 2y and the y would increase, become a 3y. None of my variables eliminate. So I do have to modify this just a little bit. So how can I get one of those variables to eliminate? Well, if this was a 3, wouldn't that be nice? If that's a 3, then the 3x and the negative 3x would eliminate. So how do I turn that into a 3? I have to multiply this bottom equation times 3. And as long as I do it to both sides, that's completely legit. All right, anything you do to one side, you got to do to the other side. And so we're completely mathematically okay. So let's distribute 3 and multiply the entire bottom equation by 3. So that will turn the bottom equation into negative 3x. 3 times y is a 3y equals negative 2. Now the top equation we didn't do anything to, and so it's going to remain the same. So the top equation I'm just going to copy over. 3x plus 2y equals 6. All right, now my system here is ready for elimination. So we're going to combine these two equations. Positive 3x and negative 3x goes to 0. It cancels out. In fact, I'm not even going to write anything. All right, over here we've got 2y plus 3y. 2y and 3y make 5y. And on the other side, 6 and negative 2 makes 4. All right, now I just got to solve for y. Divide by 5 on both sides. Divide by 5 on both sides. Y is equal to 4/5. There we go. I have my first variable solved for. All right. Now, I got a little bit more I got to do because I know what y is. I still have to figure out what x is. And so I have to take that y equals 4/5, plug it in to one of my equations, and I will get the x value from that. All right. And so I think I'm going to take that and plug it into this second equation, negative x plus y equals negative 2. That nice simple one right there. That one looks the simplest right before I multiplied by negative 3. So that y is going to come in right there. So that will become negative x minus 4/5 is equal to negative 2. All right, we're going to add 4/5 to both sides. That goes away. That gives negative x is equal to, all right, let's see. Little fraction practice here. All right, so off to the side, I'm going to do this here off to the side, okay? So I have negative 2 plus 4/5. All right, let's see. I need a common denominator, so the negative 2 is actually going to be negative 10/5. Hopefully you see that's the same as 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Plus 4/5. And so I have now common denominators. I can add those two together, and I'll get negative 6/5. So negative x, oops, sorry about that. Not sure why that popped up on me. All right, it went away. All right, that gives me negative 6/5. But I don't want a negative x, I want a positive x. So make that positive x is equal to 6/5. My solution here is x is 6/5, y is 4/5. There we go. Now, it doesn't just have to look like that one. This strategy will work for our previous two examples as well. So I want to show you those real quick so you can see how it works in different scenarios, that you can actually apply elimination to many different types of problems. All right, so this first one here, substitution, this one's actually going to be very similar to the one we just did. I have to figure out some variables that will eliminate, and they're not quite lined up. All right, I should have them lined up, but I'm going to make the x's eliminate here because I have a 2x and a negative x. That's going to be pretty easy to change this top x to eliminate. I need that top x to be a 2. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by 2. So the 2 is going to multiply the y, the 2 is going to multiply the negative x, and the 2 is going to multiply the 6. All right, I'm going to write that underneath here. So 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times negative x is negative 2x. I'm going to go ahead and reorder this and put that negative 2x under the x's. And 2 times y is 2y. There we are. All right, now we can combine these two and use our elimination strategy. So the x's, 2x and negative 2x, cancel out. That goes to 0. 3y and 2y makes 5y is equal to 13 and 12 is 25. 5y equals 25. Nice, easy equation to solve. Divide by 5, divide by 5. Y equals 5. All right, now we got to take that and plug it in. Let's see, which equation do I want to choose? I think the top one this time is a little bit easier, isn't it? Plug it into y right there. So that'll be 5 minus x is equal to 6. Minus 5 to both sides. That goes away. Negative x is equal to 1. And then we got to flip our signs here. I don't want a negative x, I want a positive x. But if I change the sign on one side, I got to change the sign on the other. So x is equal to negative 1. And so the answer we get for this one is negative 1, comma 5. Now, is that the same answer that we got yesterday in our substitution problem? Let's take a look. All right, substitution. Here's the one we did yesterday using substitution. Look at that. Negative 1, comma 5. This was a lot less work, wasn't it? It's a kind of a nice strategy compared to substitution. Not bad, not bad. All right. The graphing one also works with substitution. So let's do that. Let's see, I want my variables to cancel out here. And so I think I'm going to use subtraction this time. I'm going to subtract everything because y minus y is 0. So now I just have to subtract everything. So y minus y is 0. This time I actually do have to put the 0. is equal to, let's see, 2/3 minus 2x. All right, I got to subtract those, so I'm going to do that off to the side up here. 2/3 minus 2. I need common denominators, right? So it's going to be 2/3 minus, multiply the 2 over 1. I got to multiply the top and bottom by 3. So it's going to be 6/3. So 2/3 minus 6/3 is negative 4/3. So that over here now will be negative 4/3 x. All right, now we're going to do the numbers. 1 minus a negative 7. Careful. 1 minus a negative is actually addition, so that will be plus 8. Move the 8 to the other side. We get negative 8 is equal to 4/3 x. Multiply by 3. That gets rid of the 3 in the denominator. We're left with 4x is equal to negative 24. Divide by 4. X is equal to negative 6. Oops, there was a negative there, wasn't there? I'm sorry, I forgot my negative. Careful. So I got to divide by negative 4. There we go. That's better. That's better. 24 divided by negative 4 is positive 6. There we go. And if x is 6, I plug that in. I'm going to avoid the fraction and plug it in right there. So if I plug in 6, 6 times 2 is 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. And so we get the point 6, 5 using elimination. And so if we look, that's what we got last time, right? I think I remember that number. Yeah, there it is. 6 and 5. 6, 5. Right here. That is what we got with a substitution. And it's what we got with graphing too, right? Yeah, 6, 5. So we got 3 good methods here. All of them work. Elimination, you can make it work for many different types of scenarios and different types of problems. So I want you to practice this elimination strategy. So there should be a Delta math assignment for you to try out. Try to get that done today. Good luck.